A Hollywood film based on true events that happened right here in our area is now in theaters.
We're talking about Roofman. Channing Tatum plays Jeffrey Manchester, the robber known for breaking into businesses through their roofs to rob them. He went to prison but broke out, then lived in the Toys R Us and the Circuit City next door to it off Independence Boulevard.
Police caught up with him in 2005 with the help of his then girlfriend. Channel 9's Hunter Sines found her still living here in our area.
I'm pretty on cloud 9 right now.
Lee Moore is at a high in her life.
I never saw this coming.
No, a Hollywood movie with Kirsten Dunst playing her isn't something she saw coming after living through a shocking low in her life. Duped and misled by a criminal who would become her boyfriend.
We first met at church. He definitely drew attention to himself.
John Zorn was his name, or at least that's what he told her when they met at a local church. But a couple of months later, she found out his real identity when police and the FBI showed up at her job.
They said, the man that you've been dating is not who you think he is. The man that you've been dating is on America's Most Wanted. And I said, no way. You have the wrong guy. Absolutely not. I don't believe you.
They took her up to her office and showed her.
And pulled it up on my computer and showed me that he was on America's Most Wanted. I just panicked. I was in shock. I started crying in disbelief.
The name below his picture, Jeffrey Manchester.
Jeffrey, or John, was very charming.
A charming serial armed robber sentenced to prison for cutting into the roofs of fast food restaurants before they opened each day, then robbing them when they did. But he escaped prison and made his way to Charlotte. He called this Toys R Us on Independence Boulevard home, comically depicted in the movie.
We all like going back in time and imagining how things could have gone differently.
Until he made a trap door into the neighboring and empty Circuit City, where authorities say he had a bed with Spider-Man sheets and items from Toys R Us. Today, that old toy store is a church, and the old Circuit City, now Carpet Discount Warehouse. Manchester ended up robbing the Toys R Us, and eventually his living quarters next door were found. Police were onto him, which brings us back to Lee, when detectives asked for her help.
It was my 40th birthday, so they had me call him in the back of the police car and pretend that everything was okay and keep my voice calm, and I had to say, you know, pick me up at 7 o'clock.
She told me she lured Manchester to her apartment at McAlpine Ridge.
But Lee didn't answer the door. No, you see, she was here in a cop car in this parking lot of this Chili's just a mile up the road, listening in on police radio to the takedown of Jeffrey Manchester.
And then I just heard nothing but shouting and wrestling and things like that. So
Was your heart pounding when you heard all that?
I was just crying. I just felt so bad.
Years later, she got a call from a director who, with her help, made the ordeal into a Hollywood movie.
Tell me what's going on. Right now.
Today, Lee is happily married, but she says Manchester does call her weekly these days.
And it's just to catch up?
Yeah.
Wow.
Just what's new, what's going on, how was LA, how was Charlotte, and
living vicariously through the experience.
Yes,
huh?
yes, exactly. I'm his source.
And she tells me she's forgiven him and just hopes that message resonates with moviegoers.
That if I can forgive him, then maybe there's something they can forgive in their lives.
In Mint Hill, Hunter Sines, Channel 9, Eyewitness News.
Roofman is in theaters now. Lee Moore plays a crossing guard in the film. Jeffrey Manchester is currently in prison in Raleigh. This is his most recent mugshot there. He is set to get out of jail in 2036.